You'll probably tell from this big box what my weakness is. You've left comments below that you want to see more of it, so I'm actually going to show you more of what I do on a regular basis when it comes to design. And just like I say about clothing, I do like quality, I will not deny it, but I always try to figure out how to get the best for less, and that is definitely my tag that I live by for a long time. And so one of the ways I'm able to do that with furniture is outlets, things like that, consignment stores. So I'm actually going to take you into one of my favorite consignment stores for pre-owned quality nice furniture at a fraction of the cost. So I'm going to take you and just kind of show you what I'll be looking for and things that kind of like stick out for me that I absolutely love. So I'll show you guys my outfit of the day when I get in front of a little mirror. Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, you guys, this is my next find. I love, can I say I love this table? I am getting this table. I'm actually gonna use it and turn it into a desk for someone's inspiration room. I love it. I am now in Restoration Hardware, the original Restoration Hardware. I love it. I just came in for some little bit inspiration today, so let's get inspired together. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunnat ge förut. Det finns ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för det, baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha det. Du får mig känna safety. Jag kan nog leda, baby. Ralph Lauren, navy blue moto jacket. And then here is my blue black camouflage pants. You guys know that I got from the one designer in New York. I'll link the information. And then here is the Lily silk cashmere mock neck that I've got now in the two different colors. Here are a pair of old Prada combat little boots, and wearing my stack here and my Louis Vuitton there, and then my Cartier stack there. And so I'm going to finish it off with my Etaupe Evelyn crossbody bag. So I thought I would kind of break up the whole black and blue combination and still keep it neutral. And so this is the outfit that I'm going to wear today. I feel really good about it. I'm excited. I'm going to do a little consignment furniture shopping, but I'm also going to take you into a fabric store. Here's one of the things that people don't realize. People think that curtains and things like that can cost a lot if you get them made, but that's actually not true. It's about where you go, and it just takes a little bit extra time to figure out where you go. But I'm sure no matter where you are, what closest city that you're in, you're going to be able to find fabric stores in which you can go by the yard by yourself, and then you'll find seamstress, or they may even give you a suggestion on where you can get the curtains made. But put it this way, it's cheaper than you like baby going to, and I'm not talking about these stores because I still love these stores, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Like, say for instance, like Pottery Barn. We know how expensive curtains could be at Pottery Barn. You basically could get a better quality curtain made for the same price or less than you spend at Pottery Barn. Okay, so let's go. Känna så här för någon annan än det. Aldrig. I am looking for lots of fabric today, and because I need fabric for like several different rooms, and so I'm gonna look for something that has a lot of yardage on it and take some samples so I can show my clients, and then I'll come back within a few days to to get the fabric. And also, if you can find something that they can actually order for you, it's better. But I think it's cheaper if you find something that's here in stock. It'll be much cheaper than you ordering it out of their catalog books. I am now back at my other favorite place, consignment store. I've taken you here before. I'm in Wynne at the velvet shoestring consignment store. So let's go see what I can find for some goodies for some furniture.
Förstå Ser det som ett allt är det jag vill wifi. De här yardis de vill ju bara dra ner oss.
This light now, here's the thing, they have it set up to be like a dining room light, but I think this is really beautiful, like putting over the bed, you know, if you have a high up ceiling. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love this place because of all the different artwork you can buy. Like some of it is, you know, more on the inexpensive side, but you can tell when you look at like really nice quality frame ones like those. And like this is my favorite. I mean, to buy something this size in a art store or a picture frame store would be, just a frame alone would probably cost about $600.
Du bär på mina bebek så att när jag visionerar vår framtid. Låt mig hålla dig baby. Hey, yeah.
Alright, so here's what I'm trying to do. The client has a more of an orange base cabinet throughout the entire house. And so she also wants the new vinyl flooring throughout the entire house. And so this is one of the best vinyl floors that you can pick because of the thickness. I'm going to show you guys how thick it is. It's so thick and so heavy. So look at the thickness of this vinyl flooring. So if you're going to do a vinyl flooring, you definitely want to get one. Let me sit down and tell you this. You definitely want to get one that's really thick, because if you get a thin one like this one, you're actually gonna be able to hear every time like you walk across the floor. You ever notice sometimes, like if you're in certain like commercial stores, doctor offices and things like that, you sort of like hear like a little echo when you're walking, and that's basically because it is a vinyl flooring, but because it's very thin or it's a laminate flooring, so that's why you hear it. So if you go with a real hardwood floor or something like thick like this, or something thick like this new vinyl flooring, it's very quiet. It's going to mimic like if it was real hardwood floor, and the quality is going to be really great. It's cost a tad bit more than the thin one, but if you're putting it in your home, it's definitely worth the investment if you're going to do a vinyl flooring compared to a hardwood floor. But anyway, I just got back home and I had just a couple packages delivered. You guys know I've been doing really good with shopping and only getting things that I really want, or something that I really need. Bottom line, I don't need anything. I have finally drank the Kool-Aid. Sometimes on Instagram and on YouTube channels, you guys have probably seen the silk brand that everyone talks about, Lily Silk. Lily Silk. A lot of silk isn't really my thing, so I guess I never really like paid attention when they talked about silk products. But then ironically, I think it was Tamara, she featured a sweater that she had just gotten in. And I say, I was shocked on how fast I got this, because I ordered this particular sweater the week of Christmas. I didn't realize it was coming from China when I ordered it. And then it came through the company, the DHL. OMG. I got this Christmas week 3 days later, and you saw the tracking where it definitely came from China. I was impressed, and I thought, well, maybe it's a fluke because it's Christmas. They're trying to make sure everybody gets everything before Christmas. Got it. Absolutely loved it. So let me show you the sweater that I got. So the first one I got, it's a mock cashmere silk blend, ribbed at the top, at the neck. And so it stops right here, which is great because it's not a flip over like this particular sweater is. And it's loose in the back, so it's like a high-low on the sides. High-low. I got it in a size medium because I wanted to be able to wear it underneath like my my overalls and things like that. I ordered another one to show you the second one that I got. Same packaging. And this is my first experience with the whole Lily Silk brand. I keep saying Lily Silk brand. And so here is the black. And so, yeah, so it's the same rib at the top. And once again, so I got it in the medium again. You can probably tell from this big box what my weakness is. You guys know what my weakness is. And I say this, I had no intention on buying these. Wasn't even looking for these. This all started when I was in New York a couple weeks ago when I shared with you guys a couple of things that I had gotten. I was in the bird off. Remember I said I went to the bathroom and I got those sandals? Yes, that's when I saw these. Okay, well anyway, I saw these boots. Oh, yeah. Here's the picture. So I shared with you that I really wanted these boots. Then I came to find out from a sales associate that these were from last year. He said, you're not going to find these anymore. And I'm thinking, well, why are they up here on the shelf? He's like, you're not going to find these anymore. So like Yolanda was saying the other day, I was watching her Instagram live. I'm like her. If it's something that I really want, I go on the hunt. And you guys know I even tracked this pocketbook down years ago, and then I ended up getting it from Canada because all the stores in US were sold out. But anyway, so if there's something that I really want, like all of us, if it's something that we really want, we find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And there was one thing that popped up on a real right. I'm so excited, y'all. Y'all know I love boots. I love boots. I don't have anything like this. Very similar, but not like this one. Okay. One. So here is why I love these when I saw them. First of all, I love the soft, supple leather that they are. I loved how, yes, they were like an oversized combat boot, but they aren't like really oversized where you like you know how the new ones, with the clear sole, they make them a tad bit wider at the bottom to kind of give you a more oversized combat look, which I love. Can I say I love those too? I love those in the cream color. Every time I walk past, I'm like, oh, these are so nice, but I can't do it at the moment. But I got these instead. Let's try them on.
Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Jag vet det bara life om mig aldrig. Jag vet det bara ta sin tid. Jag vet det bara life har en hos dig. Jag vet det bara life om mig aldrig. Jag vet det bara ta sin tid. Jag vet det bara life har en hos dig.
You guys will not believe this. I was literally going to be so sad to tell you that these boots run too small. I was like, that's why I was so quiet when I was trying them on just now. I was like, oh gosh, I think my toe is too close to the front. I looked inside the boot and the boot's at a 38. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. They sent me the wrong one. I was disappointed they sent me the wrong one, but I'm so glad to know that the 38.5 will fit perfect. So I just got off the phone with them. They emailed me the shipping label literally in 5 minutes. And so now I'm going to go run to UPS, drop them off so they can ship me out the proper 38.5. So